Hello, welcome back. On RealCopStoriesVideos.com, we have 355 cop stories, 7 to 12 minutes, all police stuff. Pursuits, vice, cops, naked people, people hanging themselves from I-beams, doing all kinds of weird stuff. Look them up, they're all my babies. And attached on that same website, RealCopStoriesVideos.com, we have 129, is that correct? Questions and answers, okay? And you're sending me questions and I'm answering them directly, and I'm also going to make a list. And after I get done with this one question about supervision, we're going to go into question and answers for questions you've sent in to me, okay? You want to send me a question, go here. Got it right? Okay. Email me at rsbcopstories@gmail.com and I'll answer your questions. Okay, right now we're doing long-term supervisory question. We're almost done, but the question came up and you just can't say, well, this is I was a lousy supervisor, or I was a bitchin' supervisor, whatever. You have to kind of explain all the little things that go on behind the scenes that nobody sees on these TV shows. This is all neat stuff. Okay, we're on 9/11. I got about, I don't know, 29 years on, 30, something like that. And we were in a squad. We've been following Mideastern targets given to us by different intelligence agencies, whether federal and city and state, whatever. And we got about a year into it. Okay, we're doing really good. And now a year into it, you can see that the city, our city, is getting antsy because there's 30 squads out there, 30 surveillance squads. That's 300 guys and girls. They want us to go back to doing our normal duties, and since there hasn't been an attack or a follow-up attack or anything like that, they're going to thin out the herd. They're going to send everybody back to their assignments. Okay, so they're starting to do that. Okay, now here's what's unique about here's politics coming in here. Okay, 2 squads are left: the squad I'm working and another squad. And the other squad had a narcotic lieutenant. No, it wasn't a narcotic. No, he wasn't a narcotic lieutenant. A lieutenant that the top step they were buddies. Okay. And the top step was always kissing his butt all the time. And our supervisor, meaning I was not in charge of the squad now, I had one over me. Our lieutenant was my old partner 18 years earlier. He was a policeman, so was I. We're working gangs together, and we got a lot of trouble together, did a lot of fun together. That's on my RealCopStoriesVideos.com. Some of those are in there under gang stories, okay? He's now my supervisor, okay? So I found out later on, because I'll tell you, it'll come up in a little bit, that the other supervisor was saying that our squad isn't worth beans and that he is going to stay. They want to stay here because some guys want to go back to work narcotics, some guys want to stay in this anti-terrorist surveillance mode, because it really is a really good job, professional job. So he was telling all his people, 9 people, that he's going to stay because his lieutenant says that they're bitching guys and all that. Well, I found out way in the year that we worked, they were a horrible squad. They burned cases. They would not be able to follow people, but they thought they were good. The emperor was wearing clothes there, okay? So I didn't have to kiss my lieutenant's butt because we were already partners. It's a big difference when you're just, you're working for someone, you don't know him. And then if you've been partners together in that squad car, chasing people down alleys and all, really bond. So later on, it bears fruit. And this is going to bear fruit, okay? Okay, so, so now, as we're thinning the herd, so to speak, we find out that the lieutenant that I work for is going to stay, and the other lieutenant is going to go back to his other duties. Okay, I don't know where it was. And so, I didn't think anything of it. I mean, I'm just working. I'll go where I'm told. I'm a good soldier. Okay, I'll do whatever. I'm sorry, not a soldier. I'm a good Marine. There's a difference. Okay, so I do what I'm told. I do the job well, and I do it. I move on. Okay, that's what I do. Okay, so. I apologize if I change it, but I got so much information here, I don't want to miss any of it. Real professional here, NBC Studios and everything. Okay, so he told me I'm staying, and the other top step, my boss, wants to go back to work narcotics. So he asks the lieutenant, he says, yeah, we're going to keep me as in charge now and send this guy back to narcotics. He's a top step there, working surveillance there, because we both, remember I told you earlier, we both teach it, taught it, and have done it for 20 years. So he's gone now. He's going to go back. Okay, so I asked, this is where you come in with a little bit of firepower. I had 5 of these, 6 of the hash marks. I got stripes, rockers, I got everything. So I actually told my partner lieutenant that I will stay under one condition. He looked at me like, how dare you, He's smiling. I want to pick my own people. I was thrown together right before 9/11. I got a squad that was dysfunctional. I had 2 guys, one guy cried because he had to respond to, he fell asleep in a classroom and he was mad because I had to serve him a reprimand, and I didn't even write the reprimand. He was crying. I got these 2 guys that don't do anything. I said, I don't want to deal with this. I'll go work somewhere else, because I got enough horsepower now that I can pick and choose where I want to work. Okay, seriously. I don't have to be pushed around anymore. You know? He goes, absolutely. Well, that was it, man. Okay, here we go. Okay, now, I would like to explain, I heard this from two guys, what's going to happen with the other squad, okay? Friday before every month we have a period change. We go from Sunday to Saturday every month, you know, so to speak. We start Sunday, the new period. It goes 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and then the last Saturday it ends, and then the new Sunday. It's kind of anyway. It's just our period of working. Friday before that Sunday, where the period's ending, we do everything by that bracket. You get notified of what you're going to do for the next month, pretty much. So I heard from two guys, and they'll come in a minute, that this, you know, macho guy says we're going to stay, and they're going to be gone, and they already kicked out one of their top steps. They kick out one of the top steps. They don't want two top steps in charge of 9 people. Only one top step, 2 lowly supervisors, and 7 subordinates. That's how the structure is. We just happen to have 2 top steps because of 9/11 and the chaos involved in that. But they made it sound like, oh, they kicked the guy out, and he wasn't kicked out. Okay, this is how, you know, goes on. Okay, we're going to stay. Okay, fine. That was like in the beginning of the week. And so I found out from my lieutenant that he's staying. I go, well, I heard they're going to stay. And he goes, F them. He goes, because I'm staying, my lieutenant. He's already bad-mouthing them, and I'm just kind of like, okay, whatever. Again, I'll go where I'm told. Well, I was told that I'd have 2 people that work for me, us, were going to leave, go back. They wanted to go back to narcotics. So it was leaving me 2 open positions. And so since I'm staying, the lieutenant says, you go find 2 people. Well, I already knew about 2 people in the other squad, the squad that thought they were bitching. It just happened to be a couple of minority kids, but that doesn't matter. Very competent, both of them. Very competent. And I heard very good at surveillance. And one of them was instrumental in unfortunately, for the department and for the top step, turned in their boss that was doing heroin. That's another story back in the day, okay? So he has to talk about an integrity guy. I want him. I want integrity. We're honest here up on both board. I want guys I can rely on. Oh, and later on I want to say, well, you know, they'd come after me. Well, I didn't do anything. So as you worry about, somebody that does that might come after you, you know. Whistleblower, so to speak. But that doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm thinking about getting those 2 guys. Well, this is what happened in the other squad. Friday came, and I was told that we're staying and look for 2 people. Okay, so these guys told me the story. They had a meeting Friday morning, now the other squad, getting ready for the upcoming week. You do that every month when you're coming up, okay? And this guy came out of his car, this top step, and he's got his head down, walking, the last mile before they execute him, right? He did not want to look, because he had been bragging the last month that he's got a lieutenant in the pocket, and you know how that goes, okay? He'd been in office and know that people, all kinds of little backstabbing office politics is exactly what it is. He had to tell those guys, oh, by the way, he called out my name. His squad's staying, and we're broken up and going back to narcotics. And everybody's like, because they're all in shock because they thought they were going to stay because they got pitched this BS line from their boss, okay? And the 2 guys that I wanted, they don't know that I'm picking them already. I already got them in my gun sights. They're ready to go. So that he goes, oh, and by the way, this is the top step. He goes, you 2 guys, the guys I picked, you 2 guys, and they're like, whoa, you think you're in trouble. You need to call me. Here's his phone number, and you're working for him starting Monday. And those 2 guys told me that they said they should have got the Academy Award, both of them, because they really were so happy to go because they knew some of the guys in my squad, we knew our reputation as a squad, and some of them heard about me personally. I'm not bragging, but I keep a really nice ship. We had good times and we worked really well. So having a good boss is key, man. I mean, really, anywhere I go, you've seen all the talk about all these incompetent lieutenants I work for. Very important to have a good supervisor. Everything goes really well. They're thinking the same thing. So they told me they just had to keep it straight. Oh, really? Oh my gosh. Okay. The straight face. Oh my gosh. Butter wouldn't melt in their mouth. Okay. So then they go, okay, well, we're broke up, So they said, well, we're going to go to lunch and everybody go back to, you'll call a certain office to find out what your assignment is. And as of Monday, we're all disbanded. And everybody just kind of left. So those 2 guys looked at each other and waited until everybody left, drove around behind a building, and got on the phone to call me immediately. They couldn't wait to call me, which it would have been, if I was at their level they had about maybe 7 years on, and I'm calling a 30-year guy, and I'm going to go work for him doing this kind of work, I'd be so excited I'd probably pee on myself. Seriously, okay? And that's what they said. They said they got on the phone, they started calling me. I mean, we're on surveillance. I hear this phone, I look at the phone, I go, who's this guy? Because and I went, oh, that's right. So I answered. Hey, this is so-and-so. I say, how's it going? He goes, oh, great, great. I just found out we're coming over to you on Monday. He says, okay. I said, tell you what, call my assistant and find out where we're going to be on Monday, because we move around a lot, and then just show up. You got all your equipment, you're ready to go. I said, can you work surveillance? Oh, you bet I will. Oh, man, holidays. Okay, fine. Thanks a lot for picking us. No big deal. You're going to have to earn it. Oh, yeah, I'd have to earn it. They already earned it. Okay. Hung up. Bring the next guy. I mean, they're right next to each other. I didn't know this, right? Hey, I go, hey, you guys hanging out? Oh, yeah, we're together. He's more excited than the first guy, okay? They're all excited, okay, because they're not, because lots of, there's a backstory here. The black kid, there was a black kid and a Puerto Rican kid. The black kid had been relegated to buying dope every day all over the city because they don't have a lot of black operators, a lot of black undercover officers. Each squad will have maybe one and maybe none. So they borrow him to buy dope. Well, that's inherently dangerous work. Not that he's scared about that, but after you've done it for a couple of years, you might want to move on. And that's what I told his lieutenant. He told me that none of my business. Okay, fine. You know, it's another lieutenant, another incompetent lieutenant. So when I got him over here, I wanted him to promote. I wanted him to make detective because he was a policeman, and I want him to evolve and not just sit there in some corner being pigeonholed, not because he's black, but because he is a black man and able to buy dope. Does that make sense? To buy dope in the area. If it was a Mexican guy, it'd say the same thing, that you get stuck in that spot and you can't get out. You want to get out and they won't let you out. Okay, so I did that on purpose. He was a great guy and I wanted to get him out of there, and then the other guy was the one with the integrity. I got him out of there. So they were all excited, man, because they didn't want to go back to narcotics. He knows he's going to go back and buying dope every day out of crack houses. Inherently dangerous. He'd done it too long. Then you put somebody else in there, you know, all new blood. So that was going on, and that was anyway. So that's what happened on this thing. It's pretty interesting how the thing goes on. So then the following Monday, they show up. They don't need to be trained. Unlike when I got a new squad before, the dysfunctional one, I already had, I had one assistant. I had, I already had 7, 8 ready to go. And then these two come in. They're just honed and ready, man. They just need to know how we do our thing a little bit, but that didn't take much. 2 or 3 days, man, we're off and running. And so that's for the good of our unit, for the good of the department, for the good of the public, that you don't have to retrain everybody another month or 3 weeks like we did before. That, to me, that's a waste of time, because they pay us to work every day. And when you're not working, in other words, you're out following vans from Ralph's, following each other, that's not getting, the people aren't getting their money's worth. They want you to go out there and follow bad guys. Okay, that's what you get paid for, not to go around, drive around in circles. And when they, so that was nice. That was nice. So it was very interesting how that went, and how the other squad leader was bad-mouthing me. And I don't bad-mouth nobody, man. I just do my job, and I let my work, always have let my work speak for me. And in this case, my squad's work spoke for us, and it made us really well. And Lieutenant knew that. I didn't know in the background the whole time, the year we were working there, that there's a captain that was watching what was going on, and he's going to come in later. Okay, all these things, watching people, everybody's watching everybody to see what's doing what. Anyway, so I'm going to stop here because I'm getting close to time, and I think this is into this little thing about this incident. So I'll get back to you in a minute. Bye bye.